I can be done l'chafschus. Have you heard of secret agents? Do you know what they do? Have you seen how a detective searches for a clue? A magnifying glass in hand, he searches up and down. There's always more than meets the eye in every part of town. Can you be like a detective? Can you do this too? Can you change how you see others and look for the good in what they do? Now, dear friends, listen well, and soon it could be you who will search for good in others and be done l'chafschos too. Story about Dovie. Back to school for Dovie. Today was the first day. Rabbi Greenstein told the boys his rule before they went to play. I know the bell just rang, and you'd like to go play ball, but before you run out of this room, let's make sure no one will fall. Let's clean up our classroom. You will each do your part. Then I'll dismiss the class, and your recess game can start. Dovie and his friends got up to make the room so neat. All except for Srilly, who just sat there in his seat. Dovie looked over his shoulder as he bent down to look and gathered candy wrappers in someone's storybook. Why wasn't Srilly helping? Wasn't he part of the team? They were all doing this together. Get up, he almost screamed. Dovie stopped himself right there. He held in that loud shout. I will be done l'chafschus. He's got a good reason, no doubt. Even though Srilly's not helping, I can choose to see the good. He always likes to help us all. He would stand up if he could. In every situation, there's more that meets the eye. I don't know why he's not helping, and I might never find out why. Then Srilly looked at Dovie and said, Thanks, pal, you're the best. I sprained my ankle yesterday, so for now I need to rest. Dovie looked at Srilly. I'm sure you really do. Just like a detective, thought Dovie, I look for the good in every Jew. A story about Dina. Dina hummed quietly as she put on her fancy gown with a string of bright white pearls and a diamond-studded crown. Today was finally Purim. How she'd waited for the day to dress up like Queen Esther in a pretty frilly way. She listened to the Megillah, gave tzedakah to the poor. Her shalach manis packed for friends were lined up near the door. Dina glanced at her watch. It was already 1 o'clock. Penina was supposed to come. She lived right down the block. She had said that she'd come by at exactly 12:15. But where was Penina? She was nowhere to be seen. What kind of friend was Penina? Did she even care at all? Why was she so late? Why didn't she even call? But Dina stopped those thoughts at once. She would change her tone and voice. I will be done l'chafschos. That's a better choice. Even though Penina's late, I can choose to see the good. There must be a good reason. She would come by if she could. In every situation, there's more than meets the eye. I don't know why she hasn't come, and I might never find out why. Dina took a shalach manis and went right to Penina's place. She rang the bell and found her friend with a shocked look on her face. I'm so sorry, said Penina. I totally forgot. My sister had a baby and I'm helping out a lot. I'm babysitting my nieces. There's so much here to do. Thanks for coming over. I have shalach manis for you too. Dina smiled back at Penina. I'm sure you really do. Just like a detective, thought Dina, I look for the good in every Jew. Story about Benny. Benny smiled widely at his brand new bright blue bike. They're going on a biking trip and ending with a hike. Benny put on his helmet, made sure his knee pads wouldn't slip. He joined his family in the car. They were ready for the trip. After about an hour, they reached the biking trail. Benny rode so carefully, avoiding rock and nail. The scenery was wonderful, with plants on either side, and a brook trickling along. He really enjoyed the ride. Then he saw a boy ahead, and Benny couldn't get by. "Excuse me," Benny called loudly. The boy ignored him. But why? He didn't even turn around, as if Benny wasn't there. "Can't you let me pass?" he yelled. His temper began to flare. But then Benny slowed his bike down and thought of something else to say. "I will be dan lecha zechus," and judge favorably all the way. This boy must have a reason. He would move over if he could. Even if he seems to ignore me, I can choose to see the good. In every situation, there's more than meets the eye. I don't know why he's blocking the path, and I might never find out why. The boy looked up surprised. He hadn't expected Benny to appear. And then Benny noticed something. He had headphones in his ear. The boy smiled at Benny and moved to let him through. Benny was glad he took the time to look for the good in every Jew. A story about Bina. Bina waved goodbye to her classmates in her grade. Her school day had been busy. They had studied, learned, and played. Then she saw her cousin Ricky walking home without her. They were supposed to walk together. Didn't she care about her? What kind of friend was Ricky? They planned it just that morning. How could she just leave her behind without giving any warning? She felt so sad and lonely and didn't know what to do. But she thought, I'll be dan lecha zechus and I'll try to think it through. Even though I do feel hurt, I could see things another way. Maybe Ricky thought we planned to walk together another day. In every situation, there's more than meets the eye. I don't know why she left without me, and I might never find out why. Bina never did find out, but they're still best friends, those two. And Bina's happy she always looks for the good in every Jew. Dovie, Dina, Benny, Bina all did the best they could to judge others favorably and focus on the good. But the important thing to know is what this means for you. You can look for good in others and be dan lecha zechus too.